Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'm bringing you today's video. Just had a few things I wanted to go over real fast. First, our usual shout out of appreciation to all of our patrons out there. We appreciate all those tips and support, and hope you guys are enjoying the videos that we put out for you guys exclusively every single week, including the How to Deal Craps instructional set that is ongoing. And if you're curious about it, go ahead and check the description of the video down below. And also, I wanted to go over, we've had a couple of questions about the this little neon light thing that we've been putting on some of our other videos. So if anybody's interested in one of these, just shoot us an email at sincityliving.lv@gmail.com. And so I did another test of our live stream, another attempt to do the live stream. So I now know that I have the right equipment, the right camera, the right programming, able to get all of that done. Unfortunately, what I did discover is that my computer was not strong enough, was not powerful enough to be able to encode and upload it as an actual live stream. So I'm going to continue tweaking with that, although it may turn out that I'm just going to have to wait until I can afford to buy a newer, more powerful computer for that. So that will be on the list. So it does look like live streaming may not be as upcoming as I was hoping. It's going to take us a little bit of time to generate that up. And otherwise, please make sure you email us with any questions, strategies, anything you would like us to video. We love shooting these videos for you guys. If not, I'm going to go straight into today's video. So for today's video, I want to go over a real strategy, a strategy I just saw in action tonight. And this will be an interesting one because I will show you the strategy. This may not take too long either. It was a relatively simplistic strategy. I'm going to show you the strategy, and I'm not even going to have to go over the worst case scenario because I actually remember how this roll went, and the worst case scenarios actually popped up. So here we go. So this player came in for $500, okay? So they had their $500. Now, they were shooting. So they started out with a, let's see if I remember. Oh yeah, now I remember. I need to get some change real fast. I'm assuming this guy is superstitious because he's played a few times. Tonight was just the first time that I was able to see a roll that I memorized. And he always does a $22 or $32 don't. And there's no logical reason for him to do that. He doesn't have some strategy based on like his max odds or anything along those lines. So I'm assuming it's some kind of superstition thing. So tonight he was doing 22, probably because the 32 the last 3 days that I saw him didn't work out so well, so he dropped it down a little bit. But this is how his strategy went. So he goes into his roll, and I'm not going to worry about any come out sevens or anything like that. He does a $3 three-way seven. So he would lose 22, but he would make $13 back. It happened to him quite a few times, so it was pretty minor. So the first point I remember was a 5. So this is what he did. He did a $15 lay, all right, proper lay, and it was the minimum. Did a $15 lay, and then he did 64 across including. So he included the point. So he got $1 change, and he had 64 across including the point. Now, his strategy, and I actually kind of like part of the strategy because he kind of takes the funnel method. He kind of takes a funnel type of idea, and what he does is he takes his hits on these numbers and he funnels them into his lay. Not too sure what he would do when he hit the table max on the lay, because that never happened. But I actually kind of like that. I like the idea. You're taking your hits and you're hoping for a bigger win on the don't pass, or on when the 7 comes out, because statistically the 7 is likely to come. Now he would on occasion press up the 6 and 8. And then on even rarer occasions, the 5 and 9. And I actually remember when he was doing these. So this is how it went. So he would have something like, say, a 9 would hit. The 9 would hit. And he would throw in $1 to get paid his $15. And he would add it to his lay. And then let's say an 8 hits. This time the 15 doesn't do him a whole lot of good. He could do it, but instead he will take the oh no, I'm sorry. He would throw in the dollar. When it was on the 5 and 9, he threw in the dollar. All right. So then maybe, it didn't even really matter what hit next. So the next one that would hit, he actually threw in $4 and brought himself up to 30. And then what happened, as I remember, because that's where the lay was, then what happened was a winner 5. So winner 5 came, and he lost this, but he made $14 there. And I do recall that he threw in $1 and went to a quarter on the 5. So he had a winner. So then he did his $22 don't, his $3 three-way 7, and again there were a few 7s that came out, so he took a little bit of a beating. Then the 9 hit, and I recall this as well. He had a $35 9, so he brought that. He basically just threw $10 in, and boom, there we go. He had his point and his place. Then again, he did a $15 lay. Now this time around, I remember next time around, he did get his 8 up to 30, and he hit a few numbers. I want to say maybe it was I think it was a 6, and he took 5, and then he hit maybe a 5, 4, 5, or 10, didn't really matter. And I remember he pressed, because I remember he had a $60 lay, and then winner 9. So he got paid his $49. Back to his 22. I remember he took that green down. Next point that came out was the 6. So this time around, he went to $12 lay, and he did say to bring his 6 and 8 back down. And now, anything that hit, he would collect between $2 and $6, and he would press his lays. I remember it was only inside numbers that hit. So the first one, he pressed up to a $24 lay. The second one that hit, he pressed up to a $36 lay. And winner 6. Winner 6 hit. So he lost over here. But he got paid on the 6. $22 again. So next point was a 5 again. So 5 again, and he did his lay again. Now as things hit, now remember again this one had 3 hits and they were inside numbers, so I'm just going to throw in this $3. He went up to $60. He went up to $60 on his lay. Winner 5. This guy, by the way, he was the one that was shooting, which made this even more tragic. So he was the one that was shooting. So I remember there were a few more winner 7s that come out. So he did lose. He actually lost. He lost $9 like 4 times on his come out rolls. So next was I think it was an 8. Get him some change. And same thing. He starts out with a $12 lay, and then he just funnels things, and then boom, 7 out. So he got paid there, lost everything here. So, worst case scenarios for a strategy like this are hitting winners. because you're not, well, winning anything. So after a pretty fantastic roll on his part, he was down $90. He was down over $100 because he'd lost some on the come out rolls. But just with this, where I'm avoiding that winner 7, he's down $90 on a fantastic roll. Now, what happened to him was then the very next roll came out to a 6. So he did a $12 lay. And then he did 64 across, including the point. Seven out. So he got paid right there. So he got paid $32. He lost $64. So those were the two worst case scenarios that could have happened. A bunch of winners, because as he was winning on the place bets, he was pressing up his lay, and then the winner came and he lost it all. So he lost. Not only did he lose his don't pass, he also didn't win anything up here. So just off of, and he had 2 of these that happened back to back. So his roll was fantastic. He lost money. The next roll was very quick, in and out. He lost money, and it happened to him a few times. So 1, 2, 3, 78. So on that last roll, he lost $32. The very next roll, he also lost $32. So that would bring him down to $346. So he's down $134. And again, he was down more because of the winner 7s on the come out roll. And then things kind of steadied down for us. So he was actually down to about 300 after those three shooters. Then things kind of steadied down for him. He was kind of up and down, up and down, up and down before he ended up losing. It's a cool strategy because I do like the funnel, and it does make a little bit of sense. But if I were to do this, I would probably do this. And again, like I said, I like this. I would probably only funnel half. Since he's already starting with a table minimum lay on his don't, there's no need to throw the entire winnings from your place bet on there. You're already at table minimum. So now you can throw minimal amounts. So if you win $14, why not increase your lay by $6 instead of $15? Collect a little bit, except don't collect. If you're not planning on collecting, then I would press both the lay and the place bet. Kind of hedge yourself a little bit. So if you do happen to run into a fantastic roll like he had, a 15-20 minute roll, that could have been, the way he was playing, pretty conservative. He wasn't going to win too much money on a fantastic roll, but even just some minor 1 unit presses, his place bets would have ended up probably making him $1,000 by the end of his roll in profit, not 1,000 total, including his $500 bankroll. So he could have had a pretty solid roll. The only downside to this strategy, this is definitely a grinder strategy because there really is no big win condition. You're not really picking a side to go for it. So you're just kind of trying to win very small amounts of money. So I hope you guys find this interesting, illuminating, enlightening, or at least just plain fun. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. We will catch you next time. Bye now. So, as I promised, I wanted to go over very briefly our upcoming attempts at a third test live stream. So what's happened so far? The first test live stream just flat didn't work. The problem that I had was was an equipment problem. I had an equipment problem in that the equipment that I was using to translate the camera into streamable video to the computer required a better USB port than the computer I was using at the time. So that one just flat failed because it would not translate into the computer. The computer would not pick it up, would not read it, so I wasn't able to live stream it. So then as I was looking through, because I'm a little bit of a tech head, as I was looking through all of my other stuff, because I do have 4 laptops here and 3 computers, I did find one that actually did have the newer style USB port. Unfortunately, it was actually my oldest laptop, but I figured, what the heck, let me give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? And this time around, when I fired everything up, the video was actually translating onto the computer, so things were looking better. But then when I attempted to live stream, the computer was not powerful enough to be able to translate it and then upload it sufficiently. So it basically just uploaded a blank screen for the live stream. So what I am going to have to do is, and I'm already looking into all of my options, I'm going to upgrade my computer so I can add, what, a 7th, 8th computer to my household. And I'm going to go much higher, and I'm going to get a computer that is far more than I need for this, far more powerful than I need for this. That way, any future upgrades that I may do, the computer will be able to handle it. So unfortunately, this computer is going to cost me about 25% more, about 25% of what I've already laid out in all the equipment for this channel. So it wasn't something that I could just instantly buy. I'm probably looking at Black Friday or Cyber Monday. So hopefully I have it within the next couple of weeks, and then I'll do another test live stream and see if I can go from there. So I will definitely do at least one weekly live stream on our Patreon, because they're the ones that are really helping us get this computer. And the other equipment that I'm going to get, because I figure if I'm buying the computer, I might as well buy the most high-end capture cards and things along those lines, get everything as good as possible, and then hopefully eventually get a better microphone for you guys. So yeah, that's where we stand on the live stream. As soon as I have the computer and I do the test, which will be in a few weeks, like I said, got to order it in a week or two, then I have to wait for it to ship. Plus we have probably the biggest event of the year coming up, the NFR National Finals Rodeo. So I'm basically working 2 weeks straight, as is my wife. So not going to have a whole lot of time. But once we get all that under control, then we'll figure out. There's been some schedule changes to myself, some schedule changes to my wife, and some upcoming schedule changes to my wife as well. So hopefully we can get all the scheduling figured out, so I know when I'll be able to live stream as well. My initial plan of Thursdays at 6 o'clock is already out the window. I'm at work at that point now. So we will get it all figured out, and we will let you guys know, I promise. And otherwise, I hope you guys have found this interesting, enlightening, illuminating, or at least just plain fun. And we will catch you guys next time. Bye now.